What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, ladies and gentlemen, one of the most idiotic things I hear pretty much every day about XDefiant, but again, for some reason, people think it's so much truth within this statement. But everybody always claims that XDefiant doesn't have good content drops. People keep saying that 3 maps a season and 3 weapons a season is not good enough. We need more maps and more weapons per season in order to keep people interested. And that games like Call of Duty somehow, some way, do it better? Guys, I'm about to expose this absolute stupidity today because seriously, it just doesn't make any sense, and I'm getting tired of seeing it day after day after day. And again, yes, XDefiant is doing fine when it comes to content. It's just, I guess, it's probably the way they manage it, which again, they could do it differently, which we will obviously discuss later on in this video, but we have to put this idea that they're not releasing enough to us to rest. We have to put it to frickin' bed, ladies and gentlemen. But of course, before we go ahead and dive deep into the topic of today's video, if you guys are interested in more content just like this, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell. We post daily here at 8 in the morning Eastern time. And guys, don't forget as well, we do stream pretty much daily over on Twitch. I do apologize because we are grinding out camos right now, so a lot of the gameplay you'll see on YouTube is going to be LMG, since I'm trying to get the LMGs to level 400 right now, so I can progress up to the next set of weapons. But if you guys are interested with my camo grind and you want to hang out with me and, help me through the pain and suffering of using all the weapons I despise, by all means, tune into the live stream. I'll be live today at 12 p.m. Eastern time. You guys find a link to that channel down in the description of this video. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, let's dive right into the actual topic of today's video, because seriously, it's just really obnoxious to see people talk down upon these developers like they're not putting out enough content and they're not keeping up with the industry standard, when in reality they are. Now, I will say, I personally think there should be some more content, but again, to come at the developers' necks and say that Call of Duty is doing it 10 times better and that XDefiant is falling behind tremendously is an absolute joke to me. So what I did is I went through all the seasons, because for some reason, when actual facts have to be stated, everybody just forgets. It's like they play through all of these games, they play through all these seasons, they know the content drops that Call of Duty has gotten in the past 5 years. Yet when it comes to XDefiant, since they hate this game so much, they have to forget everything God does so they can make a point, a fake point. It's just ridiculous. But again, trust me, I've been through every COD game, and Modern Warfare 3 has probably done it the best. But still, this is just the industry standard, and there's absolutely zero difference in how much content these games are dropping between Call of Duty or XDefiant. It's how they manage the drops, okay? And I'm going to showcase it to you guys right now. I mean, let's just look at Modern Warfare 2. Oh, yeah. Modern Warfare 2 was a very interesting one. Look at Season 1 right here, ladies and gentlemen. We had 2 maps, and they weren't even new maps, okay? It was Shipment and Shoothouse. Oh, my Lord. But again, maybe I shouldn't use that as an example, but I mean, it was a season. That was a full season, ladies and gentlemen. A full season. We had Shipment and Shoothouse. But let me show a newer season of Modern Warfare 2, right? Let's go over to Season 2, right? Here we go. Once again, 2 maps. That's it. The other 2 are battle maps. But the main 6v6 maps were Dome, which is a remaster, and that one, what's it called? It's the museum. The museum, which again was already in the game at launch, and they had to reintroduce it back into the game. So a bunch of basically remasters. These were the seasons we got in Modern Warfare 2. And at most, we probably saw maybe 3 maps on the regular. But let's hit up Black Ops Cold War, since Black Ops Cold War was pretty decently loved, dare I say. Let's look at Season 2 for Black Ops Cold War. Let's skip the initial seasons, because we know the beginning seasons usually are pretty bad. We got 1 singular new map. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. And you know what? Let me not forget about the weapons too, okay? I would say realistically, we got 3 guns, okay? We got an AR, an SMG, and a sniper rifle. Yeah, it's a crossbow, but the crossbow's always in every COD game. It doesn't make any difference. And then a couple of melee weapons. Woohoo! The biggest things were the AR, SMG, sniper rifle. 3 weapons, 1 map. Okay, XDefiant drops every season with 3 maps and 3 weapons. But let's move up to when, Black Ops Cold War got a little bit more cemented into the game, right? Let's skip a couple of seasons and go to Season 4. Well, here you guys go, ladies and gentlemen. We have 3 maps. That's it. One of them being, actually, no, I'm sorry, 2 of them being remasters. Not bad, though, because I was kind of excited to see Rush come back into the game. If I'm going to be completely honest with you guys, that map is really cool, and I was excited to get on it in Black Ops Cold War, so I wasn't angry. And same with Hijacked. Hijacked is a fun map, but again, realistically, 3 maps, ladies and gentlemen. That's it. That's all we have to play with. And again, you have a little bit of a, a 3v3 style map, the face-off styled maps, which XDefiant is going to actually be getting face-off soon, so you never know how they're going to be dropping content. But once again, 3 maps and like a handful of weapons, 3 weapons? It is what it is. Vanguard also. Let's look at Vanguard, shall we? Season 2 for Vanguard. Where's multiplayer at? There it is. 2 maps. There you go, guys. 2 maps. And also, they're introducing ranked within Season 2. That's when we finally got ranked because, everybody is like, oh, it's impossible for developers to not release these game modes at launch, when they know for a fact the XDefiant team is such a small team working on a brand new engine that never did any of this stuff. Yet and still, Call of Duty does this every single year, and they still can't release these basic game modes day one. Yet and still, XDefiant has to catch all the crap, right? And I'm not even talking crap to Call of Duty. I don't want to talk crap to Call of Duty. I just want to call out the hypocrisy of the overall communities and how they will blatantly look away from facts just to, further prove their point that they hate XDefiant and they think it's a garbage game. But I mean, look at that. 2 maps. That's it. Does it even showcase the weapons? Let me see. 2 weapons. 2 weapons. And this is like, a 2 to 3 month season. All these seasons range up to 3 months, ladies and gentlemen, just as much as XDefiant. But again, that's Season 2. Let's move over to, once again, a higher season, Season 4. New maps. We got 2 maps, guys. This is Season 4. We're pretty much in the middle-ish end version of the game right now. So we should be getting beefy content drops because the first, 1-2 seasons are usually the bad drops, and then it starts to build up a little bit. So we are in the build-up phase, and this is what they built us up to, ladies and gentlemen. 2 maps with, 3 weapons, I suppose, it looks like? Wow. But again, apparently Call of Duty, their seasons are always more packed. This is it, guys. The reason Call of Duty seasons look more packed is because they have more game modes. They have Warzone. They have zombies sometimes in the experience. They have so many different things that their roadmaps look packed. But XDefiant is supposed to be an arcade arena style game. That's what they specialize in. They don't have a campaign. They don't have, a battle royale. They don't have a side mode just yet. They're only focusing on basically 6v6. So, I mean, if we're hyper focusing what Call of Duty does for 6v6 and compared to XDefiant honestly pretty much does it better at this point. And you know what? Let's move over to my personal favorite out of the past 5 games, okay? I loved Modern Warfare 3, and they did a phenomenal job with managing this game, guys. I'm going to show you guys one of the best seasons we got. Modern Warfare 3, Season 3. This season was an absolute freaking banger. But we only got 3 weapons, so, just on par with XDefiant. And we got 6 maps this time around, which is actually pretty cool. Now, a couple of the maps were stripped from, the Warzone. Wasn't it Warzone? Tanked and also Checkpoint were stripped from the Warzone or Resurgence experiences. So technically it was more so like, 4 maps, and also Grow House was a remaster of that 1 map from Vanguard, so that's not a new map either. So I would say it's technically 3 new maps, but still, I would consider this 6 maps altogether, because in my opinion, when I tried out Tanked and tried out Checkpoint, they were both really good. Although being from Warzone, they played great in 6v6 in my opinion. So I consider this season one of the best seasons we've ever seen. But guys, this is the best season we have seen in 5 years of Call of Duty. 5 years of Call of Duty. This is the best we've ever seen. All the other seasons look exactly like the ones I showed you. And if you don't believe me, look up the rest of them. I'm not going to get all the seasons. I refuse to, because this video will be like freaking 30 minutes long if I'm going to sit here and discuss every season of every COD game. But if you don't believe me, look up every single season for every game from Modern Warfare 2019 up to current date. And everybody who claims that Call of Duty does it better is losing their freaking minds. They're either Warzone fans, or, again, they're just blindly hating XDefiant and choosing to not acknowledge the facts. But this is one of the best seasons of Modern Warfare 3. It took around 5 years to get here. But that's it. That was the only season 2, ladies and gentlemen. Every other season looked like this season right here. This is season 2 from Modern Warfare 3, okay? This season got 3 maps, with a few variants mixed into, the overall experience here. But for 6v6, it got 3 maps and then 1 map for war mode, okay? This was your standard. 3 maps, guys. Okay? And obviously, as you can see from the weapons, 3 weapons. But the point that I'm trying to make here is that XDefiant does the same thing. 3 maps and 3 weapons. There's no difference in the content drops whatsoever. Not even in the slightest bit. The reason why XDefiant feels different compared to Call of Duty is the fact that Call of Duty drops 2 at the launch of a season and then drops 1 mid-season. So ladies and gentlemen, I mean, this is just simply the placebo effect. That's all it is. Nothing is different. It's just the way the content is portioned to you, right? You know, there's nothing different between how much you get. I mean, sometimes, yeah, COD might do 1 extra map or 1 less map. They might do 2 maps instead of 3 or 4 maps instead of 3, but it's never consistent. XDefiant, on the other hand, every single season will get 1 map a month and 3 total weapons. No matter what, it will never change. It will always consistently hit that beat, and if anything, we will get more on top of it. Nothing is different here. It just might feel different because they're holding back from you. They released 2 maps, and then once the mid-season event comes out, you know, there's another map to kind of spark your interest along with another weapon. XDefiant, on the other hand, right, they give you 1 map at the beginning of the season. That's all they give you, and people feel like that's nothing when in reality, you're getting the same amount. It's just you're not getting it as quickly. You're not getting it as much. If XDefiant dropped 2 maps at the beginning of a season and 1 map mid-season, it would literally be the same exact thing as Call of Duty if they portioned it out that way, alongside not dropping 3 weapons in the Battle Pass, but only dropping 2, and then adding some strange challenge down the road to, you know, go ahead and complete to get the 3rd weapon mid-season. They hold the 3rd weapon from you, and they wait to, you know, portion it out. XDefiant isn't like that. They just simply give you the weapons. They give you the content. The only thing you have to be patient for is the maps. And yes, the way they drop the maps is rough now, but in reality, down the road, this is going to be perfect. When the game is literally stuffed with content, and there's so much content we don't even know what to do with ourselves, I think 1 map a month is going to be appreciated. You know what I'm saying? It won't be as bad, but for the time being, people just, it's not hitting the same because we're not getting enough at the jump of a season. So again, I guess my suggestion would be copy. I don't know why. I think it's perfectly fine as it is, but for other people, it's not enough, although it's the same as pretty much any other game out there. So it's literally just an effect that's really messing with people's mentals. So I guess one of the only ways to work around this effect is just by simply copying the other formats. Drop 2 maps at the beginning of a season, 1 mid-season. You can literally have the same exact amount of content that you already have planned, just portioned out differently. But ladies and gentlemen, as always, if you enjoyed today's video, leave a like. If you hate it, leave a dislike. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell. I post daily here at 8 in the morning Eastern Time. And of course, if you guys want to check out my live stream, I will be live on Twitch at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. You guys can find a link to that channel down in the description of this video. But as always, thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you all on the next one. Peace out.